What is up, guys? So I'm back here with another video this week, and in this week's video we're going to talk all about how to decrease your bounce rate. And I know that for a lot of people, having a really high bounce rate in the 90s, 80s, 70s, and you're not really sure what in the world to do because it's so high and it just keeps happening that way. Well, don't worry guys, I know how that feels because I've been in that spot before. So if this is you and you really want to figure out how to really decrease your bounce rate, then be sure to keep on watching, guys, as I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 ways that have really worked for me to really decrease the bounce rate over time. So if you're really curious and you want to learn more, then be sure to keep on watching. So the very first thing that you want to look at is improving your user experience. And what I mean by this is typically any user that goes from your website, either from search, social media, email, blog, etc., any other marketing channel that goes to your website, you need to find a way to improve that experience. And so to really improve your user experience, you got to look at it in 2 ways. The first one is looking at your traffic, and 2, looking at the landing page and your website experience as well. So for example, let's use a social media ad for example. Maybe they were on your Facebook or your Instagram ad and they clicked on this ad and then went to your website. You got to understand that people between from your ad to your website, there is a bit of a gap. Your website takes too long to load, bam, that increases your bounce rate. Another example might be in the case that you promoted like a 30 to 40% discount, but when you get to your website or the landing page that you attached your ad with, there is nothing related to that. Like, it's basically something that's not even foreign, doesn't even exist on your website. Bam, and that increases your bounce rate again. And so you really got to put yourself in the shoes of the consumer to really understand exactly why people are ditching your site right away. The second thing is that you really want to target and you also want to attract the right people, aka the people who actually care about your content. And so what you want to do, if you haven't already done this, is that if you're already on Facebook and Instagram advertising, you definitely want to be using the Facebook Pixel and or Google advertising, the retargeting remarketing pixel. Basically, by using the pixel, you are reducing the amount of money you're spending on advertising, but also reaching the amount of people faster. And so the pixel is more towards like paid initiatives, but if you're really curious about organic, you're definitely going to really want to ramp up your organic and SEO tactics. So basically, if you guys haven't already as well, being able to use some time to really look into your SEO as well as keywords that you want to be known for and that you want to dominate in, using these things and using these keywords and then putting them onto your title tags or your meta descriptions, making sure that these keywords are really relevant to the people that are searching things in Google or any other search engine, because the more likeliness of people searching for things that they want, the more likely your website will come up, which will then increase into an indication to Google and other search engines as well that your website is legit and people will like it to be on it. And so tip number 3 is pretty obvious, but it's to create relevant content. Creating relevant content is super key to this, because as soon as people get to your website and there's nothing that speaks to them and there's nothing that can engage them, so making sure that you really do the work to really understand exactly who you're marketing towards and what exactly do they want. And then making sure that these 2 things are connected, they make sense for you as a potential visitor as well as a business owner. And so I think a lot of people get really focused on really just trying to drive traffic from either all these other marketing channels in the very beginning, just because they want traffic, and the amount of people that go to their website is an indication of success for them. However, you gotta look at the bounce rate as well, because if people are going to your website, having 1,000 people go to your website, but then having the bounce rate be like 90 to 80% really is a good indication for anybody to be like, okay, I gotta fix up how I'm bringing this traffic into my site, because people aren't actually spending time on my site. They're clicking on these ads and they're showing some interest, but they're actually not that engaged with my site, which is kind of like the sole purpose of driving traffic in the first place. You want people to go to your site to actually do something. You want people to read a blog. You want people to sign up for an email. You want people to buy something. You want people to sign up for something on your website. Basically, you really want to find ways to engage with them consistently and over again. And having a high bounce rate is a really bad indication that your website is kind of trying to do that. So I hope you guys like this video. It's a pretty quick video this week, but I wanted to give you guys some quick updates on really how to decrease your bounce rate, because bounce rates are a bad thing to have. That isn't the case that if your bounce rate is super high, where it's like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you do not want to be there. A good spot to be in would be like the 40s, or 50s. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week.